Variety All-Stars interview, we are here with the legend, Avner the Eccentric at the Canal Park Playhouse. Avner, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
So you've had your show here now for, it's been on and off, but you've got weekends here through March.
It's been the whole month of March, yeah.
And how's it been going?
Great.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm really excited to see you. I mean, you're really a legend in physical comedy, in magic. I mean, the YouTube clips have thousands upon thousands of hits. The napkin act, the ladder, the hat. Tell us a little about how you got started in all that.
Well, I was an honors chemistry and biology major when I went to college. I was a science nerd through high school. And I went into the, well, I got caught thunderstorm. And I went into the closest building, and it was the theater. I ran into a friend who had auditions for a play. I got a part in the play. It was the middle of the 60s, and there was a slippery slope after that.
So you've been doing this for the better part of 40 years already?
Yeah, I became a theater major, did a lot of tech theater. But I had done gymnastics in high school. I learned magic from a friend, and so I just started fooling around putting things together. Eventually went to Paris for 2 years, studied with Lecoq, and finished there in '74. And I've really been working on the show ever since.
Now, out of all the acts that you do, what is your favorite act to do?
I think the napkin eating.
Right. It's phenomenal to watch. And which act do you hate doing but do every day? You know, every time you perform?
None of it.
None of it.
I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it.
All right. Is there one that's a little more physically taxing on you?
Not really. The show used to be, I did slack rope, I did some heavier duty acrobatics, as age has crept up, I've had to take some of those things out of the show. I'm very thankful that I was wise enough, I think, to stop doing them before I couldn't do them.
Right.
So now the show is physically relatively easy, and I think a lot of the technique is hiding the technique and making the easy things look hard.
Exactly.
And the hard things look easy.
That's right, exactly. And so, is there one experience that you've had on stage that was like the worst experience you've ever had? Something that just went horribly wrong?
Yeah, this was in Minneapolis. I had brought a young girl on stage to help out with something, and she was doing great. I turned my back, I turned around, and she got this horrible look on her face, and all of a sudden there was a puddle in her floor.
No, fragile.
It was so embarrassing. Luckily, nobody saw it but her and me, and I very gracefully escorted her back to her seat, and then had to avoid that part of the stage for the rest of the show.
That's great.
Poor kid.
So let me ask you one final question. What are your feelings on the state of current vaudeville entertainment?
It's making a comeback. There's one point of view that we're dinosaurs.
We did that for a show.
The meteor has already fallen. We're extinct, we just don't know it. But I think when I see all over the country a resurgence, and we can't compete with Broadway. A lot of students of mine are going to Europe and doing things. They're doing Canal productions, living room productions, and I think there's a great hunger for it in the public.
I would totally agree with you. I mean, the fact that we're getting booked in theaters, we got booked a 900-seat theater for 2 shows. We're doing, 400-seat theaters, 200, I mean, just theaters. And people are buying tickets and we're selling out. And there's something to say about that. So it's great. It's great. Well, Avner, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure.
New York Variety All-Stars interview, Avner the Eccentric. Thank you.